Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good tonight? Hey, who's all in here? Got 23 people. Street scenes. How's it going? Sled Neck. Nice to see you, Lori Barnes. Dell Hudson. Hello. JK Pioneer. How you doing? What's good today? Hi, Jack. X marks the spot. There's Bill Gorman. Forrest calls the finder Bill. Yes, he does. And let's talk about that and some other stuff. I want to go. This is what happened last week. This is where things went wrong last week. I tried to look at a different tab and, read the Jack got mail thing on Dale's website, and then I couldn't, and then my computer froze, and then I wasn't able to shut the live stream off. Things went wrong. Salute. I don't know how to say your name. So hey, wait, I'm gonna try looking it up, see if I can do it on my phone without messing stuff up. Because what I want to bring up the 6 questions with Jenny Kyle on mysterious writings. I'm not very organized because I went to the parade. I went to 10 miles up the road to this little town. It has 900 people living in it. So it's like it was charming. Went to a Christmas parade. But all you guys know, if you saw my video anyway, I am looking for Jenny Kyle's mysterious writings. Here it is. Because I think although the hi, because I can. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the 6 questions with Jenny Kyle? Because to me, they get a giant eye roll. Oh. Too much and not enough. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even read the first question. It melts my brain. It's too much. Holy shit. What am I getting to with these questions? Was it the last question where he did say something about the forest? He was in the forest, in the right forest, but not in the right spot, right forest. Well, so that tells us more about the exact area. And if you put that together with the Medium article that first came out, he wrote that little quadruplet mirroring Forrest's little quadruplet to Eric Sloan. So he wrote that, but he described the spot by having next to water, like a stream running by, or the river, or the water, whatever. But so we know there's water, and we know it's in a forest, which duh, we would all say duh to that, because that's pretty much what the thrill of the chase has told us the whole time, is what I think. But it still gives us more real information. So if anyone's on this channel that doesn't believe that, yeah, Susie be like, hi, Redneck Express. Did I say hi? Hi, Ray Reddington. Hello. Hi, David. Cassiano. Sorry. You're a troll, David? No, well, you're at least a friendly troll that pops in. You can stay. I don't mind. Where's Huli tonight? I wonder. It's late. She's on East Coast. Okay. Anyway, what am I doing? See, squirrel, I'm really distracted. Oh, and then you also mentioned the blaze was damaged. This is question number 5. Can you expound on this more? Is it correct in saying that if you find the blaze and look clicking down, the location of the chest was right there without question? Without question. Like, I can't even read these questions. And it's not like I'm stupid. It's like, what? Can the discovery of the blaze still be used to confirm where the treasure chest location was? See, and I think a hint in the book. Okay. It helped my logic. So he's talking about the can the discovery of the blaze still be used to confirm where the treasure chest location once was? If not, how can a searcher be confident in the location if they'd like to continue searching for it? Helped by here's his answer. Helped by logic. I should try to do it right. My experience on the ground at the location and a hit in the book. I figured out what the blaze was in late 2018. I think it was a mistake for me to go out there before that looking for something to stand out to me and not knowing what it was I was actually looking for. So it sounds like you can figure out what the blaze is before you get there. And then you go there and look for it. Right? I figured out what the blaze was back in late 2018 through a hint in the book. Helped by logic, experience on the ground, and a hint in the book. I figured out what the blaze was. Okay. Hello, William Sparks. Hi, K-Pro. As I hand you a cold beer. Thank you. Oh, you guys, I've been out and about today. Out and about. And look at this great mug I got at the thrift store for 50 cents. It says Budget Mart on it. And then it says, where serving you is fun. It's so good. It's a real, like, thermal brand. I don't know. I think it's fabulous. It has a lid. I just took it off. Oh, there's Huli. Hi, Huli. Hi. Nice to see you. And then it's a fake blaze. Yeah, there's something. Okay, I gotta go back to my phone. It took a slow and don't make me say that word. METHODICAL. Methodical. Effort on the ground to find. A necessary defense of the blaze was to make it something that could be found, but not so readily obvious, so that in case a human being did happen to go there, they wouldn't stumble on the treasure. Like, not an arrow going, look here. So that makes it seem like it's a mark on a tree or a rock. Could be damaged by a fire. Wasn't there fire I mean, forest fires happen all the time. What if the blaze got damaged by a blaze? Oh, the irony. Okay, hang on. Back to it. Okay. As I've said, I think the blaze is too damaged to be easily read as the blaze. So red, and he has it in quotation marks. It says red. So that means it's some sort of marking. Are you guys with me on that? What do you think? The blaze is now making its annual appearance as long as there's no clouds. The sun? Oh, like a oh, like it could be one of those things where the sun, like a window, and then it, shines through rocks onto a spot, and then you look down. And if it was something like that, and the actual whatever was making the shadow, if that got damaged, if it was a sun marker of sort. But I like that, Bill. That's good thinking. That blaze thing. Or is that what you meant, or whatever? Jack doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't have the solve. Well, X marks the spot. I think he does. Because how else could he? He's got the treasure. He obviously solved the poem, and that's what Forrest said. He figured out the clues in the poem and went to it. So either you're on board with Forrest and you believe him, and this is it. This is what happened, or you're not. If you believed Forrest this whole time, why stop believing him now? That's what I say. Jack says Davio has a winter solstice anomaly in the Sarah. Yes, like Davio's goat, isn't it Goat Rock or Goat Mountain, Goat Rock Mountain, or something like that? Something goat. The blaze only appears for winter solstice sunsets. How could you well, just like I said, it could be. Okay. Treasure is in New Mexico, not with JS. Well, that's right. Who said that? Zoza Rocks. Hi, Zoza Rocks. The treasure is in New Mexico right now. And I think that's a pretty easy thing to surmise his thinking on leaving it in New Mexico, because what is he going to do? Like, he flew down, or no, he drove a rent-a-car or whatever. He did say rent-a-car at one point somewhere in his emails. Drove a rent-a-car from getting the chest down to Santa Fe. And wouldn't you just be having a heart attack until that thing was in a bank, let alone drive back to Michigan with it? I would have took out a few favorite trinket. I would have had that dragon bracelet on, driving down the road. Put a neck, I would have put a few things, shoved a gold coin or two in my pocket, and then put the rest in, and drove. And put it away safe. And so you had a peace of mind where you knew where it was. No one could get, even if somebody was following you, or somebody knew about your find, or somehow, it's, you don't want to be driving across the country with a $3 million, treasure chest. So it makes sense that it is in New Mexico. Ways to what? Okay, hi, 65 people. Wow, nice to see. Rusty Nipples, hi. Nice to see you. Jack is just feeding into what almost everybody already thinks, to continue to hide the solution. I do think that there's something else to come. I don't think this is over, and I don't think him answering the 6 questions, or emails. I don't think that's going to be all we get. I really don't. And has he actually said that to anybody? Has he actually said, no, I'm not doing that or the other? Sorry about that. Squirrel, there goes a squirrel again. Drink. Every time I say, you guys should have to drink. It should be my drinking game. Or I don't know. If I say that, I'm so annoying. I don't know how you guys really listen to me sometimes. I listen to myself back, try to get better at this, and realizing some of the things I say or what I do, I'm thinking, oh my God, I would unsubscribe. J Wood 13. Hopefully Barbara forces out the solve. No, that's silly. I don't think that's how it should roll. That's and that whole theory that Barbara is the big hero for getting Jack to come out of the woodwork. I think that's crap, because if she wouldn't have been, she and that other, if Chicago and Arizona, if those people didn't do what they did, we would have had different information. This would have unfolded a lot different, and we probably would have got something else from Forrest himself. Or who knows, it would have folded. And so you can't say we wouldn't have known anything without Barbara. I think that's bullshit. She's the one that's held everything back, or both of those ass clowns. But anyway, K-Pro. So Street Scene says, K-Pro, are you saying it is not strange enough yet? It is plenty strange. We have gone down a rabbit hole in Jack's, Jack says shortest day of the year is on the 21st, ironically, when Forrest Fenn was rescued. I thought that was the 22nd. I thought he was shot down on the 21st and got rescued on the 22nd and then made it home on the 24th. Somebody knows that for sure. Like, this is what I think, but I don't. Do you know that for sure, Jack? I believe that you don't. Huh. Hooli says sled. He was protecting him for us and the courts. Yes. And don't you agree that this would have unfolded differently if those things wouldn't have been going on? Street, the new filings even stranger. At what point does this reach the desk of somebody that tries to make sense of what she's saying and go, what? Ashton Kutcher? At what point does somebody just go, what? It's not the first time that somebody has tried to have this conspiracy theory and try to use the courts to, manipulate this situation. Of course, this is an extremely unique situation that we're dealing with here, but nevertheless, and there's a certain notoriety that she is getting from this and it's turning into a part of the story. Like, she's forcing herself. This, even Barbara seems like a forced character in this. Or, God, I don't even think you could write this. I don't even think Hollywood could write this stuff. Actually, I take that all back. I'm reeling that all back. I don't think anyone could write this stuff. It's because you know what? The truth is stranger than fiction. You betcha. My Budget Mart cocktail. I'm drinking. No, I'm having an alcoholic beverage. I'm having 3-2 beer, so here we go. Hi, Jim, King Catcher Jim. Uh-oh, my stuff is frozen. I can't get to the bottom of the. Uh-oh. Who you calling a Karen? Oh my God. The chest was found 6 months ago, and yet we're still all still here. What's wrong with us? It's human nature, human condition is what's wrong with us, Jack. Jack, it's okay. Don't worry. We're all in this together. You'll be okay. We'll be fine. But I don't think we will be fine until we figure this shit out. And if he's not going to do it, if Jack's not going to spit it out, we got to take the information, which I think we've got a lot. Like knowing for fact, not through second, that where warm waters halt is actually warm water that you can dip your toe in. Boom, Capro. It's like confirmed by the actual finder. You know, when Forrest said it to Capro, you just wonder, was he like, you just wonder, because you don't know when to, but Jack confirmed it, you know, so you got Forrest saying it and Jack saying it. So we've got that. But I do think it has something to do with the sign, the sign, you know, just because, okay, because we have this water sign right here on the front. It's a wooden sign, you know, and then the chapter starts out with the principle and the importance of how does he say it? His promotion was a really big deal because he got his own parking spot in front near the door. So he's describing a parking spot. Okay. So I think this is where you park your car, you know. Okay. So, I remember standing there. It's a wooden sign into the ground. Mr. Fenn, principal. Principal is a starting point on a map. I don't think it's spelt the same as principal, the person, but principal on a map. But we can use words different. It's okay. This is a treasure hunt. So I think our principal point on a map is a wooden sign, and it's got to be our water sign. And so here's a wooden water sign right on the front cover. And so, you know, and he says, reflecting back to the year when my awareness took its first few steps. Now, what if that awareness, that year of his awareness, was when he was 9 years old and found that arrowhead with his dad? And so if we're looking for, okay, so wait a minute. Let's roll that back too. Is that story in the book, or is that story, you know, off the page? Is that just something that, you know, the story he talks about finding an arrowhead, is that in the thrill of the chase? I don't even know anymore because of swallowing so much Forrest Fenn information, be it scrapbooks, the, you know, whatever, and all his, you know, that's something that I did too. And I bet many of you guys did too. Just exactly what Jack did, described what he did, was listen to Forrest Fenn's own words. Like listen to those Lorraine Mills interviews, listening to the collected works bookstore stuff, or Moby Dickens, those interviews with his own words. You know, I've listened to those countless times. I can't even. And all those that Dale put out on YouTube under the Thrill of the Chase name, all those interviews with Forrest, with him playing with the pottery shards and him making those fishing flies and the but so I did that same approach, and I'm certain that you guys did that same approach too, just absorbed Forrest, and I certainly did that and stayed off. I did YouTube all the time, of course, but I mean, the other information that I absorbed was always, I always went back to Forrest's own words. And so anyway, what was I saying? Now I'm lost. I'm going to read the chat. You guys, I'm going to drink and read the chat. So sorry. Hi, Lucky Digger. You ate too fast. Now you have a tummy ache. You know what you do? You do like a windmill. You stand up and you do windmill, and, and let your arms fling out. It's really good for the digestive system. Susie's tip of the day. Oh, good. Okay. Hi, Silver Fox. Hi, JMJ Inzer. Hi, Gallatin Ghost. Ray Reddington says, I'm spending this weekend in New Mexico. Nice. Oh my God. I just landed in Albuquerque tonight, planning to drive to Santa Fe tomorrow. I hear that's fabulous during Christmas. Like they do luminaries and it's a big deal, Christmas town. Oh, how exciting. Good for you. Susie, you're great. Oh, thanks. Funny Susie. Thanks, buddy. Lucky, great question. Great question. Hope someone asked that. No, I do not know, but I think yes, if I were to guess. What was the question, Lucky? I'm going to go back. Look for Lucky Digger. Cat Capro, do you think that Forrest knew the blaze was damaged? Well, that's the phone call. Yeah, I went to the blaze and it was damaged. I can't find it. There's another one that, no, didn't he say that there was a fake blaze? I found a fake blaze. The real blaze isn't there, but I found a fake blaze. I can't hear you. I found a fake blaze. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Damn it. So did Forrest put a fake blaze there, or was the fake blaze was not at the location? So the fake blaze was not where the chest was. It was 1,000 feet away or so many feet away or something. So it couldn't have been Forrest that did that, right? But Forrest said people have been within 200 feet and have sent him either pictures or video. That is confirmed. That came out of his own mouth on that little snippet that Lucky Love had out, which is now all gone. That stuff was great. But anyway, that was confirmed. Okay, okay, go down. Hello, Susie Q. Oh, okay. Double nickel. Lucky et al. Do you believe Forrest knew about the fake blaze? Yeah. I mean, did he really not hear him on that phone call? Or did he really give Forrest, say, I went to here, I went to, there has to be a, and as Forrest went, I can't hear you, and hung up and went, like, oh, holy shit, But that would have meant Forrest would have had to know that, yeah, I don't, that's interesting. I wonder if Forrest knew about the fake blaze before that phone call that he claims he couldn't hear. That's really interesting. Bill Gorman says Forrest could have given him a fake chest too. Let's not forget our dear beloved Forrest cast bronze for a living at one point. Excuse me. And to think that he wouldn't have, he cast all those bells, and there's that picture of Donna Karen in the safe and everyone, and Forrest is like a kid in a candy store look on his face, and there's the chest sitting behind him. For one thing, we don't know when that picture was taken. That picture could have been taken back in, 90s. And we don't know if he did perhaps make more than one chest. I mean, make a copy of that chest. He knew how to do wax. Wasn't he doing the wax? So, I mean, more than one chest in play, whether, I don't know if it went out into a malicious sort of way or if Forrest would just want one for himself. I don't know. But it's fun to think about. And what makes you think that Forrest didn't make the chest? It's already a copy, the one, whatever. Okay, anyway, that was a tangent for not a fake chest. It's not fake no matter what. It's a real chest. No matter who made it. The blaze, though, I mean, the finder himself said there was a fake blaze. Good God. David, I don't even think Cabro even knows the source. Don't drag the source into it. Source don't know squat. Trickery. Yum, I just got fresh mango. Ooh, I bought a pineapple today. A pineapple for $1.29 at Aldi. But that to me, I just thought about it a second when I had it in my hand, a pineapple, and thought, that came all the way from who knows where, made it all the way in Minnesota, and they're selling it to me for $1.29. How can that be? I feel, it's like, Anyway, pineapple. That's a very Forrest Fenney thing. Jack, I have met the source personally. Boom. Well, I know, and that's why you believed him, K-Pro. It was like a trusted person, like somebody you'd met in real life, and so it was like, oh, this person had street cred with you. So whatever. Because again, Gemini Cancer, born on the cusp. Kelly goes, yes, suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Moses only appears at the Moses. Drink. Redneck Express. Pineapple Express. That's funny. We should have figured out how to do a Zoom one of these days. So at least we have somebody. Yeah, because I just do straight up YouTube. I'm not a fancy Zoomer. She said, how did he make an art gallery out of a trinket shop so fast? Who said? Who dat? When is your birthday, Susie? April 4th. I'm an Aries. Start hopping. Oh, my sister's yelling at the cat. We had you know what happened to my sister today? She went to she went and got 3 lottery tickets at the grocery store out of the machine. 3 $5 lottery tickets. Gave me one, and then she did the other 2. Mine was a loser, and the first one she scratched was a $500 winner, and the second one she scratched was a $100 winner. 2, they were back to back, 2 in a row, same ticket, $5, a $500 winner, and a $100 winner. My sister tonight. And then we immediately went to Walmart, and she bought us both new earbuds. So mine are charging right now. That's exciting. Maybe next time I go live, I will have earbuds, different audio. Be fancy. Lucky Digger says you should Zoom with Davio. Does Davio? Oh no, I know. I think he has Zoom. You have to pay like, I don't know how much it is, 15, $20 a month to get the thing where you can, the professional version and share screen and do all that stuff. Here I can just, this is it, Okay. Lucky, both of them should be in Vegas and make sure there is technology and they can go live. Yeah. Oh my God. And I just checked plane fare the other day because I still haven't got my plane ticket. I have my room booked, and I saw the room prices dropped they're like $340 or something, my original thing, and it dropped like $100. It dropped down to like $240. But I don't know if I automatically get that cheaper price now or if I have to rebook it. I don't know. And then I was going to book the flight, and on a Delta flight out of Minnesota right now, round trip for those Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days, is only $100, $105 on Delta. You get a bag, you get one free carry-on. That's amazing. I need to book that today. Yep, I'm gonna be there. Yes, automatically get it. K Pro says, okay, that's awesome. Call and get the price match. Yes, you do, Susie. So that's awesome. That's $100 saved. So that's an amount at how much the plane ticket costs. So there it is. I've got it up $340, and I still have, and I've got that money. That amazing. I'm good. No, yeah, I'm coming in. I'm Thursday. I booked the hotel Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leave, check out Sunday. Oh my God. That's going to be here before you know it. Hi, Jason Indy. There's a puzzle announcement to help you with my puzzle. Not sure if you're active on Facebook. I am not on Facebook. You couldn't. There's nothing that could get me to go on Facebook. So I do have a profile out there that I never, ever, ever, ever go to. But is that the only place you're putting your stuff, Indy? Is it just an announcement, or is it a video? Does YouTube have video, or I mean Facebook have video things like that? I don't know. Vegas is empty. See the Wonder Hussy video tour of Vegas. I know, it's because when I was looking the first time booking tickets, or a flight, I was just checking to see how much it was, and It was between 250 and 320 with a bag. It was like $300, a little bit more than $300, and now it's down to 100 for that same flight. So, wow. I mean, wow. That's really sad, and the room's down to, like, $25, but every room has a $37 charge, but whatever. Anyway, where are you able to collect much candy at the parade? Oh, no. I guess there were a few people or a few of them throwing out, and I only took just that 1 minute. It was longer than that, but I thought I was standing there with my sister, and she was taking a video, and I'm like, "Oh, I should show my YouTube people this," because, there was a whole bunch of people in trucks and it started out with a whole bunch of, like, golf carts and, those little four-wheel, things, um, all decked out. It was really fun, and I guess somebody threw that together on Facebook. That was like a Facebook thing. Somebody said, "Hey, COVID sucks. Let's have a parade. Everybody just get together." And it just spread around, and in, like, 2 weeks, it was like, "Okay, we're gonna do it this night no matter what." Blah. Got the fire guy, the fireman, volunteer fire department, and whatever. It was great. Anyway, and then we went, and then right after it finished, it magically started snowing, and I'm not kidding. It was like a storybook. So then we cruised around and looked at all the Christmas lights. There's so many Christmas lights. It was like a magical night. She won $600. We went to this parade. The magic snow fell. This charming little farm town. It was just like, oh, this night is awesome. Dude, booyah. Hi, Indy. I would love to meet up and say hi. Please tell me where he is staying. Who's he? DJ is in Vegas. Oh, DJ, your guy. What the hell? And I'm home having an allergic attack because of your cat. Why didn't you go with? Nothing to do with COVID, just K-Pro and Meacham. Are you hanging out with Cynthia? Tell her I say hey. I'm not in Vegas, you goober. Oh. Indy, I know. I meet up with him, DJ. As in Blazing Saddles, says Wami Cheetah Hop. Then wonder where tied him up, stashed somewhere. Jack, just like It's a Wonderful Life, the only size town I want to live in. It is. I can't, but you know what? She's downstairs now. She was gonna, and then, okay, so she cashes in the tickets, right? And gets us each a few more. So when we got home, we scratched the tickets. Mine were, I got a $5 winner. One of hers was a $50 winner, and the other one was a $10 winner. So she had 65 more dollars on top of that win when she cashed it in. So then she's downstairs now. She was gonna go off and decide on getting what to get next on a roll. When you're hot, you're hot. Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay. Jack just says K-Pro Cynthia should change it up a little. Margie's. Oh, margaritas. I wish I was there with you, Cynthia and K-Pro. Jack. That's her thing. I like how she makes them. And our little bar, we meet up, mix them perfect. I love margaritas too. They're dangerous. I can only have one. Oh. Gallatin goes populate 663 in your small village, really. Yeah, so you get that. Oh, and I feel bad because all of our COVID restrictions there aren't no dining. None of the restaurants are able to function, and oh, it's just a sad, horrible thing we're living through, you guys. So, tractors all dressed up with Christmas lights and Santa in the scoop buckets. That's what we need right now. We need more monster trucks that are fully decked out with snowmen in the back. Anyway, Gouging goes cozy like northern exposure. Yeah. I love that show. I loved it. Mhm. What are fur babies? Oh, she was yelling at that cat earlier. Um, Gouging goes, Jack did 6 questions Q&A on site, and that's about it. Heard it was blah, 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 nothing burger. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't even read them. I tried to read it, but it is blah, 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 nothing burger. It says it's so written by a writer, and it doesn't tell us anything. I want it like the Alan Kay got really great question and answers out of Jack, and it was he just asked a question and it was yes, yes, maybe, no. It was yes, no, maybe. And then one he did a line and a little bit um more descriptive, and then that was it. So when the 6 questions came out and they're like, I can't even read I don't get what is the question and what is the answer. It seems really produced. And I want to use the word frivolous, but I'm not sure if that's a word. But I made it up anyway. uh, oh my God. And then she throws in this extra shit. I had to smile at your remark and Daniel Barbar's story of possibly moving into equities. You mentioned you have my book. So you may know. So it gets to be a commercial for her book in this question. What the hell? All this extra bullshit. You find Forest Chest of Gold and you decided to go in a different direction for your life. Why is this? Duh. I mean, and Forrest said don't do anything more than 15 years. And I think he says that right in the answer. Yes. I think similar for not wanting to do the same thing for 15 years. But okay, so why is it? Okay. Or is it solely because the burden of money is off your shoulders? And now, with much of the hunt in the past, how do you see your future? How is the chase changed? You get 6 questions, and that's what you ask? And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs. 8 paragraphs to answer that. He talks about medical he could have said, I hope I'm not seen as discouraging against medical school. Why doesn't he just say medical school was not for me and this is perfect? I can pay that off. I can move on. I mean, he said it. He could say this in like 3 sentences, but he said it in 1,500. Love you, Jack. Mm. The chase was partially so intoxicating to me because I was so clearly knew I was right about this big thing. Though for the same reason, it was the most frustrating experience of my life. So he understands this frustration, and to leave us hanging with that frustration is cruel. And to do that, like ruin all our mental health, like ruin people's ability to move forward because we need to, the human need to solve problems. Um, and we can't solve this problem. And so it goes on and leaves us hanging. And that's not, he put the spot as more important than our mental health, the collective mental health of the treasure hunting community, to not have closure or answers in a proper way that's not this paragraphs of bullshit. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, um, appreciate the effort. I really was so excited about this. And I'm sure there's stuff to get out of this that I can't. He could have complicated emotional connections to places, as we saw in My War for Me, with his association between Vietnam Waterfall and the Philadelphia from his cockpit. Okay, I'm going to read this whole paragraph, and you guys tell me what you... Okay. I don't think I could have figured it out without coming to an understanding at least part of what made this place special to him. But he did provide a little additional color to that for me, and I'm sure he kept some of it to himself that maybe I would not even have been able to understand, like what I just read. I can't understand what I just read. He could have complicated emotional connections to places, as we saw in My War for Me, with his association between the Vietnam waterfall and Philadelphia from his cockpit. It was certainly strange to be in the presence of someone I had spent so much time thinking about and analyzing, but never before. And I think I said elsewhere that I couldn't turn my analytical mind off, and it was something like information overload, having all that stimuli mere feet from me. But I supposed he was pretty much exactly what I thought he would be like. I could tell it was a major moment for him as well. He enjoyed hearing me tell how I figured it out and be able to see the treasure again after so many years. So basically, blah blah blah. My War for Me, the Vietnam waterfall, and Philadelphia, where he covered up Philadelphia with his thumb. So a thumb could be a place off a lake. Their lakes have thumbs, right? Do rivers have thumbs? Um, so we're looking for a thumb and a waterfall at our place. That's what I'm trying to pull out of these questions. Somebody had said it. Damn it, Jim. Somebody had to say it. Damn it, Jim. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I mean, it's frustrating, little game we've got ourselves in. But if we do what we do and pick this crap apart, this whole thing about the broken blaze. I don't know how to fold in the broken cheese. Do you guys know about Schitt's Creek? Over the years, Forrest had mentioned searchers have solved the first two clues. What do you feel kept them from realizing the other seven and finding the treasure? Why didn't she stop there? Were you stuck at that point as well? What was your most challenging part of the poem to understand? Do you feel this is the same for most? Do you feel this is the same? What was your most important challenging part of the poem to understand? I tried to get into not only forest psychology, but also the psychology of those people who have been close without realizing it, based on tidbits Forrest had given out over the years. To me, it was clear there was something in the back half of the second stanza. Homa Brown, Too Far to Walk, and Homa Brown. Back half of the second stanza that was hugely difficult for people to figure out, forming a bottleneck. Forming a bottleneck. Why did he say it like that? A bottleneck. Because of the soda pop tops and bottles mentioned in the Thrill of the Chase. Is he hiding? Oh, I hate his word choice. Bottleneck there. Somebody had to say it, right? So when I was figuring out the clues, I was looking for something that was in that section that would not be an easy guess, but would require some real effort to see things from his perspective. So he's saying he used forest psychology to figure out not far, but too far to walk and put in below the Homa Brown. So I was certainly looking for a challenge in that section, and it seemed fitting that was the part of the poem that felt most like solving a riddle to me. But in talking to Forrest after I found the treasure, he did not purposefully design the clues there as a riddle. It was just how he saw things. Okay, let me read that again. But talking to Forrest after I found the treasure, he did not purposefully design the clue there as a riddle. The clue there. So he didn't design it as a riddle. The clue. So put in below the Homa Brown. That's one clue? Or is he talking about not far, but too far to walk, put in below the Homa Brown? Is that one clue or is that two clues? What do you guys think? So why is it that I must go? The answer is I. 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 The biggest challenge of the poem for me was that I could not say for certain how one particular word was defined for forest at the location. I could not say for certain how one particular word was defined for forest at the location. Put in below the home. Was he having a hard time with the word home? Put in? Or where the put in? You know what? Why doesn't he just fucking tell us? Shit. Sorry. Bleep, 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 bleep. Oh my God. Well, okay. It ended up being the definition I thought was most likely to be correct. Word was defined for forest at the. I could not say for certain how one particular word was defined by forest at the location. It ended up being the definition I thought it was most likely to be correct, but that uncertainty meant I had to expand the bounds of the section of forest The chase, a hunting, in which I knew the treasure to be located. So he knew the section of forest where the treasure was. But when he was there, he couldn't find put in below the home of Brown. So that to me says all the clues are like in a really, like, the poem takes you to a parking spot. And then from the parking spot, it tells you where to go. I mean, it doesn't bounce you around. It's like a direct. Okay. Um, but that uncertainty meant I had to expand the bounds of the section of forest in which I knew the treasure to be located in order to be as objective and thorough as possible. It seemed to me, and then here's Jenny's question number 3 that contains like 6 questions. It seems to me the biggest issue for many searchers was making false assumptions. You mentioned this in your video on confirmation bias. What advice can you offer to those looking for the location today? Not so much about the bias, as said, we have an excellent video on that already, but well, all this extra shit. Oh, I hate. What advice could you offer those looking for the location today? Can you share any or all of the clues can be confirmed? But can you share if any or all of the clues can be confirmed? Can you share if any or all of the clues can be confirmed? Was the discovery of where warm water salt key, or had you just discovered there was an actual key word? And if so, can you share what it is? Yes, he answers. To me, there was more than enough evidence sitting in front of all of us to prove beyond a reasonable doubt where the location of the treasure chest was and to what the clues referred. It's difficult, but not impossible. Eye roll. But probably edges on impossible to determine the exact spot without the treasure still sitting there because the blaze has taken so much damage. I'm just trying to picture, how a sun, the sun coming through a thing, using the blaze as a sun. What is that called? I don't know. But he's saying that you can get to the section of the forest where it was, but the exact spot. So you can still find the place, even if you can't find the exact nook. A lot of people ask me about a word that is key, so I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, he could. To me, that's a good example of the perils of groupthink. Reading a quote in context with your 2014 6 questions with Forrest. I didn't think there was any reason to think a word that is key was anything other than a rather unremarkable observation that many people were ignoring an important element of the poem. What did I just say? Does anybody understand what I just said? To me, I heard wah, wah. I heard Charlie Brown's teacher talking. I think words were coming out of my mouth, but my head heard wah, 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 wah. Oh my God. Okay, so he's saying that those 2014 questions, when Forrest said that there is a word that is key, Forrest told us that. He's like, I blew that off. I'm going to translate this. in Susie speak. I'm going to translate this from Jack to Susie speak. He blew off what Forrest said in the 6 questions and didn't think there was a word that was key in 2014. Well, he could have been reading the 2014 questions in 2018, which that's what he did because he started in okay. I didn't think there was any reason to think a word that is key was anything other than a rather unremarkable observation that many people were ignoring an important element of the poem. Reading that quote, I didn't think there was any reason to think a word that is key was anything other than a rather unremarkable observation that many people were ignoring an important element of the poem. But I'm aware that some people on the internet have created a whole mythology around that comment, coming together to develop the idea of not a word that is key, but rather the key word that somehow unlocks everything in the poem. That never made any logical sense to me. Well, it made logical sense to me because Forrest Fenn said it. Huh. That never made any logical sense to me. So if there's such a word, wouldn't he have announced that in the Thrill of the Chase itself rather than burying it in an offhanded remark in 2014? Wouldn't it be something that he was talking about and stressing to us all the time? So is he saying, I don't know. Okay, you guys. I don't know how much more I can take. Oh, my sister. Here's my sister. Why does it sound like Jack is always guessing? Because he's giving us the runaround. He's fluffing up Silver Fox because he did not get enough time with him. Yeah, that's true. K-Pro, if it were you or I we would have made it happen. Unless Jack actually got COVID. What if he actually caught COVID? Oh, but still, there were so many months. There were months. You do quarantine for 2 weeks, and then you go. I don't know. Lucky, yeah. If you guys have anything to say, do Lucky Diggers did and highlight my name. I don't think Forrest Fenn ever said the word key, and that's something that searchers made up. No, I think he did. I think there's okay. I'm going to go back to the 6 questions in 2014 are at my fingertips. Okay. Here's Forrest's answer. It's interesting to know that a great number of people are out there searching. Many are given serious thought to the clues in my poem, but only a few are in tight focus with a word that is key. The treasure may be discovered sooner than I anticipated. A word that is key. I see it's not a key word. It's a word that is key. There's a distinct difference in that. But still, what do you guys think? If I was in Jack's shoes, I would have moved to Santa Fe and hung out with Forrest every chance I could get. How do we know he moved. He could have moved to Santa Fe. He could be in Santa Fe. Everyone's like, oh, the chest is in Santa Fe in a bank. How do we know that that's not his new location? How do we know he's not living in Eric Sloan's house right now? Jack, I know there's an extra guest house there, by the way, and an art studio. Let's start conspiracies. He said it was he's in a gated security community, and that's where Eric Sloan's house is, in Santa Fe. Where does keys blaze? Is the blaze a single object? Fenn said, in a word, yes. So is it in a word? Date with Sloan via Jack. Uh-huh. Not COVID. Okay. I am accustomed to this. Okay, you know what, you guys? I need a fresh beverage, and I think I'm gonna have to be done for the night. But I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out with me. Keep it short. Do an hour. Hour and 13 minutes, something like that. Hour 10. Um, so it could be actually watchable. But I don't know if there's. Did I say anything tonight other than be crabby at Jack? No, Jack. I mean, you have a lot of words. You use. I like it though. Thank you for sharing all those words. You know what? Good night, everybody. See you again soon.